But 890 homes on the market in Northport, Florida. When's the last time that happened, guys? February of 2011 was the last time we had this many homes on the market in Northport. But now we have suppressed demand because we have 7% interest rates and high insurance costs and all the other obstacles that people are facing currently. Welcome back, guys. So you have been hearing a ton about all these price declines in Florida, all these inventory increases. Very easy to show you a headline and kind of just talk about it. But I decided today it's time to dive back into the data, show you what the real numbers are for some of the most afflicted areas in the state. Coincidentally, pretty much up and down Southwest Florida still. Areas like Tampa, just still kind of on fire. Things have slowed down, but we're not seeing any kind of price declines down there, guys, because their inventory is just too tight. But in this video, I did want to illustrate the harder hit areas that I've mentioned in previous reports to just kind of show you guys what's going on in the actual numbers. Everybody can make their own decisions. When's the best time to buy? What you guys think is going to happen with the market? I'd love to hear your comments below what you guys think is going to go on, or if you think you should be buying right now, selling, whatever it may be. Love to engage with you guys down there and appreciate everybody who does comment. But without further ado, let's kick it off with Cape Coral, Florida. All of this data will be coming from the National Association of Realtors. This is their RPR, Realtor Property Resource. We have this as realtors at our disposal, and it's kind of a bird's eye view of each market. Starting with Cape Coral, I will show you on the interactive map what it's going to cover here. If it lets me zoom out, so you can see it's going to be focusing on this specific area in Cape Coral for this report. And again, we'll get up to Punta Gorda and a couple other areas, but we're starting here. Cape Coral sitting in a balanced market. This is just for single family homes. As you guys can see up here, I can change it to single family plus condos. It'll apply to all charts. Doesn't really change too much. If we take a look at condo inventory, yowza, that goes up quite a bit. 9.83 months of condo inventory. Condo's not doing too hot in Cape Coral right now. But for this, I'm going to stay on single family. If you guys are interested in condo stats like that, I can definitely dive in at a later time. Sitting at 6.3 months of inventory in Cape Coral, it's actually up 7% month over month. So that's surprising to see. Again, because I'm expecting inventory constrictions this time of year, which we are seeing in some areas. Getting about 97% of your asking price on single family homes in Cape Coral, not bad. Sitting at a median sold price of $395,000. That also went up month over month, 4.5%. Now, they do have their own sort of algorithm to do median estimated value of areas. This is very similar to what you'll see on like Zillow or Redfin when they'll estimate a zip code's median sales price or what they should go for. They have a 12-month decline here of 6.1%. Again, guys, that's year over year. That's just from last October to this October. Doesn't include anything before that. But they do show that Cape Coral here in the blue is starting, in their opinion, their values are declining quickly from what this chart shows. This is Lee County in the orange, also doing the same, but the state of Florida here in yellow actually going up, and the country as a whole in red still going up as well. So if we take a look at the sold listings in Cape Coral, you can see April 2022, they peaked out at a median sales price of about $464,000. That has, the lowest so far has been $378,000. It's sitting at about $400,000 again here in Cape Coral. So if we go back 2 years, let's see if we can go all, that's 3 years. What was the highest we saw it? It was that April 2022 price, $464,000, has now come down to just about $400K. You're looking at well over a 10% clip from their peak. That's a big deal. I know sometimes these numbers don't sound huge year over year, like, 6% is nothing, but when they start to add up cumulatively, you can see these kind of shifts occur. And again, it's not everywhere in the state, but this is what's happening right here. And what is causing that is your active listings. So your active listings right now are sitting at 2,954 homes. That's higher than the last time I looked. And you can see the trend here. It's just been skyrocketing pretty much since February of 2022. It's well past 2019 levels. They only had about 1,600 homes listed then. Now we have 2,900. So when you have this many options, you have more of competition. It's going to drive those prices down. People are going to have more things to choose from. And this might be one of the hardest hit growth areas for inventory in the entire country. If we take the 602 listings they had in February of 2022 and compare it to now at 2,900, you're talking almost 5 times the inventory of single-family homes, which is drastically raising the month supply of inventory to 6.3 months. This is the highest it has been in years. Now, jumping up to Charlotte County, I want to focus on South Gulf Cove. This is a waterfront community here. Down in the Rotunda area, this is a major waterway area, but you do need to kind of do a wake zone out here, and then there's a lock before you can get to the river. This place exploded during the pandemic, and now the reversal has been absolutely insane. They've been building so much new construction here. It has just been sending the inventory through the roof. As you guys can see, a whopping 13.2 months of inventory in this area. And it's mostly due to the amount of closings, guys. That's probably what's the biggest contributor here. They're getting 96% of asking here. It's not uncommon to see a lot of houses over $1 million in this neighborhood, but they're just not getting it. 51 days on market, median sold price $407,000. And their median estimate of property value is horrific. Look at this. South Gulf Cove neighborhood, November 2022, $860K. And it's just been an absolute cliff here, going down to right now. They're saying stuff in there is worth about $678,000. So almost $200,000. Just about $200,000 off what the median value was that they deemed, just 2 years ago. 12-month change down 11% year over year. Going through their sold listings, definitely elevated over October of 2019. I guess not, actually. Actually, now it's come down below that. So, if we just look at median sold price for that area, 2019 pricing has been obtained. And maybe, I don't know, I can't see back further than that, according to them. The issue, again, guys, number of properties sold, 14. 14 properties, that's all that's changed hands this month. And it's not usually much higher than that. In the peak, it was up to 43 a month. So the issue is they have 275 active listings, and that just keeps going up and up and up and up, and they're only selling about 14 houses a month. And this is not even new construction, guys. If you drive through this area, they are building homes on every corner. I haven't seen it more. I've not seen more construction anywhere outside of a development. It's mind-blowing when you go through there. Median list price at $562,000, but just look at this inventory increase. Even in, what were they looking at in the peak when they were getting really high numbers? 42, 32 homes, 29 homes for sale. Now we're sitting at 275, almost a 10x increase in just about 3 years. And because the demand has dropped off so harshly there, that is how we're getting a 13.2 month supply of inventory. A 130% increase just from a year ago when it was sitting at, where were we? 5.92. That's how fast stuff can switch down here. So when I see 6 months of inventory, people are like, what, it's balanced? I'm like, it's balanced now. Look how quickly this can change. That's 15% increase just from the previous month. Let's head to another waterfront community here in Charlotte County. This is Punta Gorda Isles. Again, I'll open the map just to kind of show you what you're looking at. This is all waterfront, basically. There are houses that are not on the water in here, but mostly this is a waterfront community. You can see the Peace Rivers right here. Some of these places are, if you've watched my walkthrough videos, are the most hard-hit areas down here for storm surge that happened from Helene and Milton, unfortunately. So that's going to affect what's on the market. Punta Gorda Isles seeing a massive month supply of inventory drop. This used to look like South Gulf Cove, guys. This was 9-10 months easily last season. Now they're sitting at 5.86 months of inventory. Still only getting about 91% of your asking price, though. That is down for October. I've got to figure the hurricane had something to do with that because it's down almost 4.1% month over month. Only taking about 58 days to get your house sold or a contract on it here. Median sold price $776,000. Looking at the median estimate of value for Punta Gorda Isles, you can see the cliff going off here. It stopped. It peaked out at about $900,000 in November 2022, and it's kind of held steady, but recently it's really starting to take a dive, and it's a combination of the hurricanes, the insurance, just the overall cost to borrow money and carry these homes in this area. You're going to start seeing this in highly expensive areas without a lot of amenities around. Punta Gorda is a quieter town than most. If you want to get any high-end shopping, high-end retail, really nightlife, you're going to have to go to Fort Myers or probably Sarasota. So this was a high luxury market. It's not holding up as well as some of the other luxury markets, I'd say, like Sarasota or Lakewood Ranch, because they have access to other amenities that Punta Gorda doesn't really provide. It's a sleepier town, so they're showing a strong decline in their estimated property value. and this following Punta Gorda as a whole. So this is the Isles in blue, Punta Gorda is in the orange, and you can see the orange line here is Punta Gorda as a whole. They have estimated going down, and the yellow is Charlotte County, the greater Charlotte County area. Red is Florida as a whole. So taking a look at the median sold price in the Isles, they peaked out. This is $1.5 million. This is $1.3 million. December 2023, we're getting $1.3 million for the median sold price there, and it dropped drastically the following season. Kind of peaked up there in February, but it's been stably down here for a while. We'll take the October high of 776 as compared to the November 2023 peak of $1.3 million, or even if you go back here for $1.5 million, and we're talking $300,000 price decline on the median sales price between those two time periods. Again, it's dependent upon what month, but it's been pretty stable all through this season in that area. And that is because of their active listings. Interestingly enough, the Isle's not higher than the 2019 levels. This we saw when I was watching this in 2019 at these inventory levels around some areas of Southwest Florida. I was thinking to myself, "Oh, there's gonna be a real big problem here. We're gonna start seeing price declines." We all know what happened after that, and there goes all your inventory. And it stays that way really until just about Hurricane Ian. And I'm not going to deny that that's a contributing factor to some of this, but right after Hurricane Ian, skyrocketing back up. We are sitting at 123 houses listed in the Isles right now, which unbelievably is lower than 2019 in contrast to some of the other places we look at. Bringing their month's supply of inventory to 5.86. It was 5.73 in January 2024, guys. So a year ago, so let me back it up and explain my concerns here, guys. We'll take a look at the 2-year graph. 2 years ago, coming into our season, we had 2.9, 3.2 months of inventory in August. By September, we were up to 3.55. By October, we were up to 4.43. So I started seeing this large inventory increase in month supply of inventory, which told me that if we get another surge in January, which we did, we're going to have a lot of houses on the market. It's going to result in a lot of competition and price declines. Now, through the year, that has been absorbed a bit because people said, hey, I'm not buying at the top. I'm okay with these prices. But it's coming back. And we're going to start this year off potentially higher in the Isles than we did last year. And if that's the case, we know that there are going to be a bunch of people rushing to list in the spring and basically the tail end of the winter because they're done with the hurricanes insurance and all the other issues that have happened. So if we're starting at levels that I considered super elevated last January, who knows what's going to happen here throughout the rest of the year. All right, let's head a little further north. Let's give you guys some Northport action here. I'm going to show you on the map what we're going to cover. Zoom out. This is your Northport area. Northport sliding back into a balanced market. This had also been in a buyer's market previously, but still 6.28 months of inventory, I would argue, is kind of still a buyer's market for them. That has not been that high in years. Their month-over-month increase in month supply of inventory was 8.6%, getting 97% of ask in Northport, which tells me things are getting priced properly there. Median sale price, $342,000. And as you can see here, again, the estimated value Northport is in the blue. It is steadily declining. Again, this is Sarasota County up here in the orange, holding steadier than the rest. Florida just, again, up overall, and then the USA following suit. But Northport's seeing, by their estimates, a value drop of 7.3% year over year. Is that reflecting in the median sales price? It absolutely is. You can see Northport peaked at June of 2022 at about $399K, and it went down quick and has kind of held here since Hurricane Ian. We are sitting at $342K. So when you hear 10% drop year over year, people go, oh, that's no big deal. But it was just year over year, guys. If you look from peak until now, we're talking 60K. We're talking 20% median sales price drop. And maybe that's the floor, because for Northport, maybe that's as far as it goes. It seems to be holding steady right now, but a $60,000 drop in the median sales price, that's big. That's big. And their month supply of inventory is increasing as well. It was only 2 months in December of 2022 and has steadily risen every single month for the previous 2 years, now sitting at 6.8. I've seen that higher. in my opinion. I've seen that higher, but again, I don't know where they get their data, different places than I get it. So according to this, is the highest inventory Northport has seen, well surpassing October of 19 levels. Again, from other videos, I've told you it's way worse than that. All right, and since I said that, I'm just going to go ahead and pull the entire Northport inventory of single-family homes from 2008 until now. Again, this is from the Florida Realtors now. As you can see, in January 2008, Northport had 1,860 houses listed. We have nowhere near that, as we only have 890 currently. That's actually down from what we had previously. So it's interesting to see the month supply of inventory go up as the total active listings go down. That tells me demand is falling even further, which, again, this time of year it's going to. But 890 homes on the market in Northport, Florida. When's the last time that happened, guys? February of 2011 was the last time we had this many homes on the market in Northport. But now we have suppressed demand because we have 7% interest rates and high insurance costs and all the other obstacles that people are facing currently. So the National Association of Realtors says they have 6.5 months of inventory. The Florida Realtors say they have 5.3 months of inventory. So where's the truth? Probably somewhere in the middle. But this is why you can see too, guys, this stuff kind of varies depending on who's pulling the data. It's mostly close, but that's why I said, I've seen inventory higher in Northport, because I usually look at the Florida Realtors, had it at 6.1 in April, but now they have it at 5.3 as compared to RPR, who has it at 6.28. So different variations in what you're going to see. It's going to be different everywhere you pull it. Unfortunately, I wish there was a unified method, but there's not currently. And I'll illustrate that difference again here, because you can see they have 920 properties listed in Northport as of October, 920, but the Florida Association of Realtors has 890. So very slight variations. Again, I think that's actually September. So that could be correct. They're only going to September here, and the National Association is pulling what they're saying is October's numbers, and they are sitting at 920. What was it in September? 844, but even that, slightly off. That's all I got for today, guys. If you like this video, give me a like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more stuff like this, and I'll definitely do it, and I'll catch you next time.